Hello ma'am, this is Ram. You are 15 CS308. Here I am going to explain about my 7th experiment, that is exception handling. In this program my intention is to restrict the user by entering the password more than 3 times, or restrict the user by withdrawing the money more than the money deposit in his account. So that for that purpose I'm going to implement my code here. See, I have created one package named as exception. Under that package I have one class ATM, and I am extending this class to the default class exception. So inside that ATM class I'm going to declare variable count pin number that is of integer data type, and I'm going to declare two variable, balance amount and withdrawal amount, of static in data type. I'm going to construct one constructor. In that constructor I'm going to print one message like the number of attempts should be less than 3, and one I'm going to construct overloaded constructor. In that overloaded constructor I'm going to initialize the count value with the number, so that static void check int a throws ATM. This is the here one exception is throwing. Here by using this throws you can throw one exception out of that function. You can handle by using this throws. So inside the throws, so this loop will restrict from 0 to 3. This loop will restrict the user to enter the password less than 3 times, and if count will be greater than 3, so throw new ATM a, pass the parameter, because we have constructed count equals to number. We have already initialized in the overloaded constructor, so we are throwing one exception. This exception will be catch here inside the main function. So what I told you, by using throws it will handle the exception outside of that function. So that function throws one exception, and that exception is handling here. See, I am calling this function check 4. I'm giving the parameter as 4, so that, but the condition is if count should the condition is count should less than 3, it should not exceed 3. So but we are giving the parameter as 4, so the condition is false. So what could be the output, we will see. And the one more condition, like void balance. Here I told you already in the beginning of the video, like I have to restrict the user from withdrawing the money from his account if the withdrawing money will be the greater to the deposit money of his account. So that for that purpose I'm going to create one object of scanner class, and I'm going to display one message on the screen like enter the balance amount, and we are giving the input balance amount, and we are giving the input for the withdrawal amount. And see what I told you in the beginning of the video, like here we are comparing withdrawal amount should be greater if withdrawal amount is greater than balance amount. So here it is a exception, it should not be exceed the deposit amount. So it is throwing an exception here, throw new ATM with the help of this throws ATM. So come inside the main function, as I have already explained you why here we are using this check 4, and why we are using this balance. In the balance we are calling this balance function in the try block, because it is a checked exception. So we need to keep this function inside the try catch block. So that's why we are keeping this check function in the try catch block, and this balance function in the try catch block. And we are simply displaying the message only 3 attempt is possible, and this is check your balance. So now I will build and run this program, and now we'll check what could be the output. So I'm building and running this program. So it is asking enter the amount, so I am giving 10,000. Enter the withdrawal amount, I am giving 15,000. So it is saying the number of attempts should be less than 3, because already I have given a parameter as 4, but it should not be exceed 3 times. But I am giving the parameter as 4, so it is exceeded. So that's why it is showing the message of the catch block like only 3 attempt is. So in the constructor you can see here I have displayed one message, the number of attempts should be less than 3. So it is showing here the number of attempts should be less than 3. But now see, for the second case, for withdrawing the money, here I am throwing one exception. Here it is catching the exception, and here I am just printing check your balance if the condition is false. So it was asking for the enter the amount, deposit amount. So the deposit amount was 10,000, and enter the withdrawal amount. That withdrawal amount was 15,000. So it cannot be possible. It is an exception. So it is throwing on exception, and it is catching that exception and showing the required display message like check your balance. So this was my program. Thank you very much.